Okay, so hi, hello, and welcome to my reading journal. So this one doesn't actually have that many pages in it, which fits for me perfectly fine. But I'm going to show it to you, talk a little bit about it, and yeah, let's just dive straight in. So this is my starter page. I just did something with it, let's just say that. Just did something. So yeah, I've just been seeing where I can be creative and be that. Let's just say that. So, and then we get to my goals section. This is basically all my goals, like the ones that I want to try and do monthly, and then just a few other goals. Then we have series. These are the series that I have talked about. These are duologies that I kind of want to get to. Try to get to. These are not the first priority. These are. So it's going to be interesting to see how many I can finish off, just because I am pretty bad at basically finishing series. Let's just say that. So, but yeah, overall I have to say I am overall surprisingly pleased about this. Just extremely screaming pages, let's just say that. They are screaming, but I have to say that I am liking them maybe more than I should. Then we get into this is my customer page. These are all of Brandon Sanderson's work in the customer universe, at least according to GoodReads. I think this one comes out in 2025. So basically I've just put a dot on everyone that I own. So basically what I can do at this point is actually putting one on Shadow of Self, because I have totally forgot to do that. So there we go. Then we have my series tracker. So this is all the series that I have started in 2025. Now the gray ones here are ones that I actually got to, that I wasn't that sure if I would be able to get to, but I did get to them. So yeah, as I'm filming this, there will be a few more that I will be able to get to, like, yeah, at least like Necessary Evil, Tang Dynasty, You, like in that genre. So basically I have just written down all of them, and yeah, I will try and get to like 50% of this one should have colored in and be done with. So yeah, that was one of my goals, 50% of this one. So let's see if that is going to happen. Here we have my normal bingo board. So I have bingo, romance, and romantasy. So the first one here is my normal bingo board. This one will probably be the one that I will be filled up the quickest, because if it doesn't fit for a romance prompt or romantasy prompt, I am able to, you know, take off here. So I already see a few ones that I will be able to cross off like kind of instantly. So yeah, and then you have like the same thing, not the same prompts, but like the same thing with the romance tropes. So this one is usually, I'm going to say, normal, like contemporary romances, if it doesn't like say something else. And I already know like a few ones what I can pick, but yeah, definitely should be interesting. And then we have the romantasy prompt. This will be like, yeah, fantasy romance. And yeah, this one, I feel like this one might be the one that I will struggle with the most at times. I need to finish 8 of these every month to finish off like this entire thing. So yeah, if 4, I mean, I need to finish off 4. That made it much better. I was just like 8. That is too many. But yeah, 4. And as of now, I do actually think that almost all of them I have been able to, you know, fill in. But I feel like this one and this one are definitely the one that I need to think about the most. This one should be much simpler, basically. And I feel like this one might be the most difficult one. Just because I feel like a lot of romantic tropes are the same. So yeah, those were my bingo. And then we have my physical TBR. I have not filled out everything on here just because I just got some new books that I need to write up, actually. So I basically have quite a lot of pages. So when I get a book, I will write it up here, just to make it easier on myself and basically know what I have on my physical TBR at all times. And then just when I am done with it, just cross it over. Here is my reading log. I have 408 pages because I don't think I am going to read as much as I have done this year. So yeah, and basically I have like a knot here. I almost had like a yellow marker here. And then I also have like the genre: fantasy, contemporary, sci-fi, thriller, horror, mystery, historical, non-fiction, romance, paranormal, and other. So this is like the main one. So yeah, like the main one that I feel like should fit. So if it's a crossover like fantasy romance, I will probably say that the genre is fantasy. Probably, if it's not like, yeah, we will just have to see, but yeah. So I have quite a lot actually. And then we go over. Here is my bookshelf. This is quite much plainer than like all of the other ones. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this page. So basically, at this point, I will do days, like which month I finished them in. Just because that is something I haven't done. I have usually taken if it's physical or audible or ebook. But at this point, I'm going to try and see if I like month, like how many. And I think I have like 400 of this as well, like tried to match it to this page. So yeah, don't really know if I will like it or not. I love bookshelves. Will I be able to, you know, like it? Will I like it with this one? I don't know. We'll just have to see. Here we have, I call it reread the books. So whenever I reread a book from my shelf, I will cross it over and see. So I have a few ones that I kind of should try and get to. Let's just say that. And other than that, yeah, let's just, I'm not going to reread all of my books because that would be too much. But I will just try and get to some of them, like once in a while. Especially if I'm like, I feel like I usually reread books when I feel slumpy. So let's move on. Here is my Hall of Fame. This is obviously empty because I have not yet read any books for this year. But Hall of Fame is basically all the books that I feel like this is like a book that I am loving. Some 5-star books are not like an all-time favorite, but I might be on here. I haven't really decided if all 5 stars are going on here. Obviously, it needs to be a new read, not a reread, because then a reread would be filled with like up all. And I'm not doing that. And then we get into 30 books before 30. So this page was one that I was not happy with whatsoever the first time I did it. And then I figured out that I could actually remove the stickers and move them around. So I did. And my thought about this is that when I have read it, I will just use like the marker. Like this is the January marker. I'll just use it to like take a like colored it in some way. So here are my 30 books before 30, meaning that this is not my first priority picking. And yeah, just because I'm turning 28 this year, so I have quite a while to go, but I did not read so many last year that I feel like I mean, a year wouldn't have been able to do that, because these are all that I'm still really interested in. It just takes some time for me to get to them, so I don't know why. Here we have my 25 books to read in 2025. I have talked about them, and I should get to 2 every month, and I at least have 2 in January. So it's Pestilence and Happy Place. Other than that, yeah, it's just something that I need to think about. I need, just if you count, there are 26 on here, because apparently I can't count. But it's fine. We just say it's 25. Then we have my 5-star predictions, and I've not made a video about this just because these are from the last 2 5-star predictions that I did. And I just am not making any more until I'm done with this list and see. So I am going to say that in this page I will probably do like if it is a 5-star, I think I'm going to color it in like around green, and if it's not, red. And then we have a Tetris, like Booketris. Haven't colored in this yet, but we will get to that eventually. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do that. So yeah. Then we have A2 set challenge. Self-explanatory, let's just say that. So obviously nothing new here. Then we have 25 new releases. 25 new releases. I usually go through every month and just write down. That is what I call books dragged over, meaning these are books that I have had on my TBR that I have dragged over from somewhere. These are all from like the last, don't know how many years. Let's just say that. So yeah. And here is my reread. I want to reread Marianne Zapata and Jenna Darling. Jenna Darling comes out with at least 2 or 3 books next year. I can't fit them on here, but I will just have to figure that out. So yeah, there's nothing kind of to this page, just all of the ones that I have read before. Not on this page, there are some that I haven't read before, but I want to try and reread and see. And here is my romance play. I will color these in as I have read them. Basically, this sticker paper smells weird, and when I said to my dad, this smells weird, he basically answered, fish. And I have to say, I agree. It basically smells like if you are at the fish market. So yeah, but it's fine. It doesn't, it's only when you smell the paper, not as I'm sitting here. But yeah. And here is my January spread. So basically, this is what we will be doing. Well, I want to see what days I'm reading. Even though I am checking that out in the other one, like my other habit tracker. I just want to have a physical overview. How many days did I read? Here are my goals. I have not filled out this yet. I feel like my goals are something that I fill out as I am basically reading them. And here is my normal TBR. These I have filled out. So this video comes out after my January TBR because I have filled out this. So once I have finished a book, finished a goal, I will color it in. So it will get like a color of some kind. So yeah, and then on this page I will probably have like my, like rather I will some kind of reading challenge if I have one. Or like my wrap up. Not that I do wrap ups, but that will basically be what this is. And then probably the next page will be like, rather, it really depends on how many books I'm reading, but I will probably end up having like February's TBR on there. So yeah, that was basically my reading journal. I have to say, I'm really pleased with it. It's one of like the ones that I feel like this is the one that I have been the most excited to use within like a year or two. And that's great. I have to say, that is really, really great that I'm actually wanting to get to this. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!